God is good all the time. These are Jesus' final days before entering Jerusalem, where, as the Gospel of Mark proclaims, they will kill him, and after he is killed, he will rise on the third day. Jesus has just come down from Mount Tabor and his transfiguration. His ascent to the mountaintop is always behind him, and his descent means he meets us in our brokenness. He was always condescending to be with us, an especially poignant reminder during these days when we are physically separated due to the pandemic. But instead of a soft landing back to an earthly reality, a father in anguish immediately confronts him. No sooner does Jesus come down from the mountaintop, no sooner does he get a modest degree of respite, he encounters a demon-possessed child and his disciples' inability to heal him. He encounters the harrowing but gut-wrenching cries of a desperate father who, after his initial plea, only hears, "All things are possible to him who believes." The father, who is now beyond desperation, perhaps on the verge of giving up entirely, hurls at Jesus a final plea: "I believe, help my unbelief." We are that desperate parent, yearning to believe but lost in a sea of travail, often losing our way and at a loss on how to deepen our relationship with Christ. Thus, this journey we call Great Lent takes on a profound significance in helping our unbelief by refreshing our memory. We are blessed as Orthodox Christians to have the Church's deep and profound memory. And every year on this, the fourth Sunday of Great Lent, our memory is challenged and restored by St. John of the Ladder, who over 1,300 years ago wrote the Ladder of Divine Ascent, a blueprint for spiritual renewal. The ladder has 30 steps and is literally a manual for working out our salvation, with step 1 calling us to renounce this world, and step 30 arriving at the triad of faith, hope, and love. Significantly, there is no mention of faith for the first 29 steps. It is assumed that anyone who wishes to begin this divine ascent is already a believer, steeped in the shared experience of this desperate Father. So it is help my unbelief that propels us toward that first rung on the ladder. Imitate Jesus in prayer and fasting, renouncing the world. Step 5, repentance, ask God for a second chance. Step 9, forgive others in order to be forgiven. Step 17, put aside material pursuits and focus on heaven, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Step 25, strive to be humble. And finally, step 30, faith, hope, and love. God's love has a way of consuming us. Isn't it God's all-consuming love that we all long for these days as we now experience our own time in the desert? This time of sheltering in place. St. John of the Ladder spent 40 years as a solitary hermit before being elected abbot of St. Catherine Monastery. So I suppose we all have become monastics these few days, forced by this pandemic to practice ascesis. The Orthodox theologian Oliver Clement was born into an agnostic French family. He became a follower of Jesus at the age of 30, after a long search through atheism and in Asian spiritualities. And Oliver Clement says this about asceticism. I quote, "Ascesis is not obedience to some abstract categorical imperative. It frees human nature to follow its deep instinct to ascend toward God. It enables a person to pass from a state contrary to nature to a state in harmony with nature." A 4th century mother of the desert, Amma Singatika, said, "Great endeavors and hard struggles await those who are converted, but afterwards experience inexpressible joy. If you want to light a fire, you are troubled at first by smoke, and your eyes water. But at the end you achieve your aim. Our God is a consuming fire. So we must first light the divine fire in us with tears, and struggle. Indeed, monastic life is a focused life, as we get a semblance of that experience these few days being confined to our homes. Jesse Isler, one of the owners of the Atlantic Hawks basketball team, spent 16 days living, working, and praying with the monks of New Skeet, an Orthodox monastery in Cambridge, New York. And in his book, Living with the Monks, he recounts his experience, an experience and a perspective of a complete outsider to Orthodox Christianity. He writes about an experience of having to wash dishes at the monastery for an event that had well over 100 pilgrims in attendance. He says, "I was doing it wrong. I wasn't doing it like a monk. During my stay, I wondered how the monks have such great energy and effort. They're so efficient in everything they do. The answer is they monotask. That's how they do it, and they do it with perfection. The monks do their jobs with zest, only one dish at a time. Each dish is done like the world depends on it. Maybe it does. They're completely, singularly focused. There are no distractions. They don't increase their effort, they increase their concentration." So, these days while we're staying in place, have you turned your focus into a monastic way of life? How do you understand ascesis? Who taught you this understanding, and how have you applied those principles in your life? We've been told to value in society multitasking, but monotasking might be the challenge right now. How might we apply monotasking in our life once we emerge from our days of physical isolation? In His all-consuming love for us, our Lord Himself is the perfect and quintessential monotasker. Baptized in the 30th year of His earthly sojourn, Jesus is already on the final step of the spiritual ladder. For He, as God, indeed is love, and in Him is the cause, past, present, and future, of all that is good, forever and ever. Because of our Lord, we have been given the ring of the Holy Spirit, the final rung on the ladder. So to quote St. John of the ladder himself, "Ascend, my brothers and sisters, ascend eagerly. Let our hearts resolve to climb as we listen to the voice of Habakkuk the prophet. Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of our God, who makes our feet to be like the feet of deer, who sets us on the high places, that we may be triumphant on His road. To Him be all the glory, honor, and worship, now and forever, to the ages of ages. Amen."